Hello everyone and welcome to the 2024 Chainhawk Open 13. We've got the back half of round number 1 taking place out at Northside Park in Gainesville, Florida. Double G on the card along with Gavin Rathbun. Hailing out of Sweden, Hjalmar Fredriksson, young superstar, and Noah Meintsma, who's been spending some time in Florida, as he'll be doing here as he closes out on 2024's season. Chainhawks doing it up year after year, and excited to bring you guys the back half. Things have been moving along swiftly, a little more than an hour into our round as we head over to hole number 10, which I'm going to call a must-get birdie on this course. 254 feet, pretty much dead straight. I feel like it's even opened up or gotten a little easier in the last few years. Just right there. Get after it. Hjalmar had 4 birdies after picking up 2 bogeys in the first 3 holes. So that's why he's sitting 2 under. He's going to get to 3 under with that one. Oh, Double G's pulled it. Hard kickoff to the left side. Not much danger over there, but anything that's not a birdie feels like you're losing a stroke to the field on this one. And believe it or not, my intuition was right. I didn't even know it for sure, but it is the easiest hole on the course, averaging 2.54. More birdies here than any other hole. Double G lofts it up. Not where I thought he was going with it, so bogey on my part there. Thought he'd take a little more direct route to give it a run, but Meintsma is in for the birdie. "47-person field out here, 29 birdies coming in during round number 1. Three out of 4 as they'll head to the 11th. 416 feet. This one's tough because you want to put enough on it to get it all the way there. You're going to go up this right side generally as a righty backhand thrower, and then it's going to be sandy near this green, so you're not going to get a ton of ground play unless you hit in just the wrong spot. And then if you get too much and you go past the basket, that's where you can find the OB Creek, which is the same OB Creek that can come into play coming from the other way on hole 5. So a little more grass on the left side there as Fredriksson does get some ground play and a skip. Just a bit short, but pretty much what you need there coming from Meintsma. A little lower and more direct. Rathbun will be probably circle's edge, maybe just outside of it. And what looks like a carbon copy will see Double G. So clean tee shots. The question is, what does the putt look like? And here's Rathbun from about 11 meters. Easy to be tentative on this putt, knowing that a hit or some kind of weird bounce off the basket could carry you down the hill into the OB water. Even a worse angle here for Meintsma, and, well, as you can see, still somewhat tentative, or possibly a incorrect wind read. Double G collects the birdie. And Fredriksson with the CTP. Trying to turn his round into something positive here by going negative, I guess. And a couple of pars by Meintsma and Rathbun. We head to the 12th. On the shorter side, just 300 feet. Playing directly through this tunnel, either a gentle turnover or forehand. This ground does provide some good skipping options. So if you're coming in with a forehand, coming in 40 or 50 feet short, something that's kind of driving forward should give you a good skip. Not necessarily playing for a flare as much as you're playing for something that maybe is lower and skipping more straight. Double G has the backhand look. Lost a few feet on the rollback, but at least he'll be unobstructed. Solid forehand by Meintsma. And you can see that Gavin got over on that one and now is in hurry up with frustration mode. I think back to a few of the lefty favorable holes as we watch Double G from circle 2 is going to get it to trickle in. I think that's his third or fourth circle 2 hit. I think about Fredriksson and the few times he's had just natural lefty shots back on hole number 3, for instance, hole number 7, hole number 12 here. These are just natural lefty lines he's not taking advantage of with a backhand. And Gavin is going to be hating that. Hole 12 is the 5th easiest on the course. So to be walking away with a bogey is going to be extra painful. In fact, this course closes out relatively easy on the backside. Nothing easy about that one. 10 is the easiest, then you have hole 15 is the 3rd easiest, 14 is the 4th easiest, 12 is right behind that, 13 and 18. So most of the easiest holes relative to par are all on this back 9. So you got to go out there and get them. Hole 13, 283 feet. Sets up great for a dead straight shot from a lefty backhand thrower. You want it to go 250, maybe 260, and just a gentle fade to the pin. It's through a tunnel. I'm going to stand pretty much near the basket or just past it. And there's the tunnel. There's the slight turnover and the park job by Garrett. Just too much edge. Oh, but still gives him a look, kicks out a few feet. That's more of what I would expect. Not quite as wide as he was probably intending. I don't think he was trying to hang it out quite that much, but it's going to work. He's going to be closest. Well, if you paid attention to the skins match that I released earlier, you know how old Fredriksson is. So if you already know, don't put it in the comments. But if you want to take your first guess at it, go ahead and put that in your comments, his age. Because I think you'd probably be surprised. As Double G is in. He'll move to 7 under. And Gavin will erase the bogey he picked up back on 12. We head to 13. Excuse me. Let's head to 14. We just played 13. 264 feet. Pretty straightforward here. Really just need to miss, I'd say, that tree. And then anything else after that should give you somewhat of a look. Even if you're in line with these two final trees, there's enough room to get around them, to go left or right. And they're away from the basket far enough, so they shouldn't be a major issue. Or you just slide just to the left of it and have a 10-footer. That's a weird local Raz, trying to tell him to get closer than Double G's. Three drives all on the dance floor, giving them looks. Oh, the one little branch. I can't call it a ninja branch. I think I'd owe Philo some money for that, but you get the point. Oh, and he makes up for it. Solid birdie. Double G said he deserved the birdie after having that redirect. So Fredriksson in for birdie. Looks like we're going to have a star frame here. As you would expect, again, one of the easier holes on the course, fourth easiest one out here. I figured we got a little backup. Double G's got some info, so after they celebrate, I'm going to catch up with Double G here for a minute. Taking a quick break from the action. Double G is doing some work online. Double G, is it an OnlyFans? What do you got going on?
It's a Whatnot app. It's an app that you can join and auction off cards. You can join as a buyer or a seller. So I joined as a seller. First I was a buyer in the sports market, the Pokemon. Now that Fredriksson cards came out, what's better to do in the off season than rip some disc golf cards? So I've been ripping online. People have been joining me, about 30 to 50 people in the room at a time. You can find me Double G Disc Golf, and we're ripping cards, we're ripping discs. You want discs? We got discs on there. We got clothing. We got old memorabilia that I used to wear and use play stuff. We even had Gavin Rathbun join us the other night. So from time to time, we'll have some pros on the show and have a good time.
Sounds like something I need to get involved with. Double G has convinced me.
Yes.
Just last night after our skins match, I went out and created the account. So the disc golf guy's going to get on there, and maybe I can hook up with Double G and all the other stuff going on out there. So come out, purchase some stuff over there on Whatnot. This isn't paid by Whatnot in any capacity.
Nope.
But he intrigued me, so I thought I'd get the scoop from him.
Yep, make sure you bookmark all the shows. There's a place you can bookmark the shows when they're coming up, when he's got them scheduled out. So please join Terry, the disc golf guy, on Whatnot.
All right, we've got to get back to the action, Double G.
Thanks,
Go
Terry.
get it. We'll see you guys on Whatnot. So there you have it. I'm learning stuff every day here, and Double G giving me the insight, saying I need to get on board, and I'm going to follow his lead. This guy knows what he's doing as we head to the par 4 Hole number 15, 565 feet. There's a Mando way off to the right side that you'd almost intentionally have to try to miss if you were going after the basket in a direct line, that is. So you do have to go somewhere into this initial wood line, and then it kind of elbows or bends, dog legs, I guess is a golf term, dog legs off to the right, which is where I'm kind of pointing right now, the basket off on that right side. Super popular play is the roller, because if you can penetrate this first tree line and then have it continue to roll and curl to the right, that's going to bring you to the basket. So that's exactly the play you want. It's just a matter of how far can you penetrate in. Big pull for Fredriksson. Just ideal landing zone and great place to be. And that curls up early, but it still is going to set him up for the birdie look, assuming he can get up and down from there. Getting past this first initial set gives you a wide open look to the pin, so Meintsma doing exactly what you need to set up for birdie. Gavin went a little longer, but still, as you can see, not much here to worry about. Double G came up short of getting through the initial rough, and that's still going to leave him within 15. Huge drive by Fredriksson. Going to give him a standstill. Count it! The eagle on hole 15. Hjalmar Fredriksson buries it. Way outside of circle 2 even. Halfway back to Stockholm from there. What an eagle. This guy's 8 under. Remember, he was 2 over through the first 3 holes. Now, he's sitting out there in front with Double G at 8 under. Along with Meintsma, Double G has a chance to get to 9. We're seeing early clubhouse leaders in that 9 or 10 category, right around that area right now. Double G. Letting a short one slip by. Rathbun will take advantage. Solid approach, and he gets to 4 under after a very slow start for him. And just 3 holes left to play here during our opening round as we head to 16. Very entertaining 16 if you saw the skins match yesterday. Have OB short of the pin, but then also long. It somewhat plays as an island. And you see parking lot and some OB area past the basket. There is plenty of room off to the right. However, if you come up too short, you may be in the swampy OB area. And that's going to check up and work out just fine for Fredriksson. Too much stall. Doesn't quite get to the long side. And the last place he's in bounds is on the short right side. So he'll have a long look to save par. Gavin sticks it. Just a simple hyzer. There's Double G just a few feet long, it looks like. Meintsma doesn't have the long-range putter dialed in. Hasn't needed many of them today, but they haven't been there when he does. Actually, Double G is about 10 feet short, not long, but nonetheless, it's a birdie. And he moves to 9 under. And by this time, it is official. Hot score in the clubhouse, 10 under. Also moving along at a great clip. We're just shy of about 2 hours at this point in terms of our rounds. So things are moving along nicely. Two left to play. We head to 17. Very straightforward. You're just getting over the initial out of bounds area. Then you have a second out of bounds area that you're looking to clear. Nice straight shot should bring you all the way to the pin, but if you pull it too far to the right, you could find out of bounds. It comes in relatively close on that right-hand side. Generally more dangerous for a lefty than a righty on this hole. Nice low line drive coming from Fredriksson. And Double G confidently tells him it's safe. I don't know if anyone else on the cart is thinking just that, but Double G telling him it's safe. If anyone would know, it would be him. Gavin trying to take advantage of the easier holes to close out. Double G. Oh no, caught up. Out of bounds. It's very reminiscent of what we saw with Gavin a few holes ago, where it was just one little limb completely throwing it off the line. Trying to get up and down, potentially save the par. That's going to give him less than 15 feet. Yeah, he calls it a little work. I would say so. He's outside the circle and somehow jams it in. He's got to get around the bush, and that's to save par. That was a lot of work. And sure enough, Fredriksson was inbounds by about 2 feet. So this is all he has left. And he moves to 10 under. He's gone 6 under in the last 5 holes. Double G picks up the bogey. Falls back to 8 under. Double G, who looked like he was locked in for a lead card spot, now will need a birdie on the final hole just to get onto the lead card. And a good place to do it, 613 feet, a par 4. One of only 3 par 4s found on the course, obviously our final one. OB all along the right-hand side rough, and then OB deep of the pin. A couple different ways to access the green coming through here. Big thanks to our friends Michael over at Disc Golf Van Life. Certainly thank him, and hope you guys check out his channel. Plenty of disc golf action happening over there as we're seeing Fredriksson. Big lefty drive. That should set him up just fine. Rathbun laying down the roller. Oh, and it stands up beautifully. Gets past the tree line and rolls all the way down the hill toward the water. Is he out of bounds deep? 613 feet? Somehow, Noah's got to follow that up. Goes with the low line drive to push him off to the right side. At least 200 feet short of where we just saw Gavin, Double G, who's been in pain for the last 2 weeks, said that this drive really hurt. Something in his neck from a couple of weeks ago, and he's been playing with some pain throughout the entire day. It gives Noah a long look, possibly to save, or pick up a birdie, I should say, or save a birdie. Double G is going to play the skip to put him in position, and that should do it in terms of keeping him on coverage and on the lead card. Gavin rolls to here, but somehow stops in the reeds and doesn't go out of bounds. This is for eagle. What a bid, as Rathbun is going to be next to the pin for a tap-in birdie. Oh, and that does roll in, though. So out of bounds for Meintsma. For the outright lead, Fredriksson gets the birdie. He has 2 bogeys, an eagle, and a ton of birdies, and is your leader. Solid putt for Meintsma to close out. And with that, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the action out here at Northside after round number 1. It was a wild ride, especially if your name was Hjalmar Fredriksson. He's out in front. That's who you'll see on our lead card tomorrow, along with Clay, Dennis, and Double G. And that's everything from round 1 of the 2024 Chainhawk Open, presented by Dynamic Disc. I'm the Disc Golf Guy, and I'll find you in the fairway.